Now I'm only calling this a demon because it looked pretty scary. In truth, I have no idea what this could have been, but I briefly mentioned it in a previous story. This is a more detailed account. When me and my family lived at number 11, we were all aware of the spirits residing there and the strange dark energy that seemed to suffocate the air. Despite this, we felt relatively safe and found ways to cope with whatever happened around us. The scariest thing that happened to me was being locked in a cupboard under the stairs by some invisible force while I was home alone. But that is not the worst thing to happen in that house. Luckily, what I'm about to describe didn't happen to me. My older brother, whose bedroom was right next to mine, started becoming increasingly agitated and tired day by day. At first he wouldn't say what was on his mind, but as time went on, he began to tell me he was seeing a strange man in his bedroom every night, just staring at him. He described the man as being huge, with long dark hair, wearing a long coat, and having bleeding slash marks all over his body, hands, and face. My brother never believed in ghosts. Rather, he believed he was losing his mind, and definitely wasn't the kind to make up stories. I asked him what the man did or said, and he told me. He just stands there, bleeding, watching me. He claimed the entity had bulging, angry eyes and a dark energy to him. Needless to say, I was petrified that I was going to see it too, and I could barely sleep. He never told anyone else about what he'd seen, which made what happened next even more scary. Over the years, a handful of people would claim to see the exact same thing. In my mother's case, she kept saying that she would wake up and see the bleeding man with an angry face sitting on her feet. Another brother of mine, who didn't live with us but stayed over every now and then, claimed that he'd wake up at night to see the bleeding man poking at his chest and sides, and so on. My sister and myself, we never saw him at all. I thought about this a lot over the years, and one day, I came to a sudden realization. All the people who had seen the bleeding man, my brothers, my mom, and a few other people, at some point turned out to be terrible people who had done horrible things. Yes, including my brothers and my mom, which were not yet known about. Which gave me reason to wonder about the bleeding ghost. I've pretty much come to the conclusion that the bleeding man would only show himself to bad people, that they were the only ones who could see him. I can't help thinking that he wasn't a bad entity after all, and that I just misunderstood him. Hello everyone, and thank you for listening to my new channel. If this is something that you're interested in and you'd like to hear more of these disturbing and scary stories, please feel free to give me a like and subscribe. This is a brand new YouTube channel, and we can only get better from here. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.